God says, listen closely, child, because there's a voice from heaven that is trying to reach you even now. A whisper in the wind, a flicker in the light, a pulse of warmth that wraps itself around your soul in moments you can't explain. Yes, it's them, the one you lost, the one whose absence left a silence so loud you still wake up some mornings expecting to hear their voice again. And while the world has moved on and others tell you to let go, I am telling you this. Their love for you never ended. Their spirit is still present, and they are trying with all their might, through my divine permission, to send you a sign that you are not alone and never were. You think it's just coincidence when a song plays at the exact moment you were thinking about them? You believe it's random when a butterfly flutters near you or a feather appears on your path. That sudden smell, that specific number you keep seeing, that feeling that you're being watched with love and not judgment. Those are not fragments of your imagination. Those are messages in motion, sacred signals from the realm of eternity that their love for you did not die. It only transformed. You see, when someone crosses over to me, they lose their pain, but not their purpose. They lose their body, but not their bond to those they truly loved. And I allowed them to be closer to you in spirit than they ever could have been in flesh. That ache in your chest that arrives without warning is their spirit pressing against the walls of this world, trying to break through the veil to tell you they still see you, they still pray over you, they still weep when you're hurting and smile when you're healing. Every moment you've had where you felt a warmth wrap around you, but no one was there, every time you cried out in agony asking for a sign and suddenly felt a breeze, a flicker, a memory so vivid you could almost touch it, that was not your brain playing tricks on you. That was me answering you, using the ones you love to bring you peace when your own strength couldn't hold you anymore. Because the bond between two souls forged in unconditional love can never be severed by death. It is merely shifted into a higher frequency, one that your spirit recognizes even when your mind cannot comprehend it. So stop doubting what you feel. Stop silencing that inner voice that tells you there's something more, because that something more is me, and it's them, and it's everything you've prayed to believe in, but were too afraid to accept. I want you to know that this sign they're sending you now, yes, this very moment, is not for your entertainment. It's for your alignment, to pull you back into the awareness that you are divinely protected, profoundly loved, and deeply understood beyond what words on this earth could ever express. I've seen how you've suffered in silence, how you've questioned whether they knew how much you love them, how you wished for one more minute, one more word, one more chance to say what went unspoken. And I'm telling you, they know. They know it all. They've seen your grief, and they have held you in your dreams. They've stood guard over you when your heart couldn't take any more pain. And though they cannot come back in the way you want, I have allowed them to come back in the way you need. They speak through nature, through memories, through music, and through the nudges of your own soul, because they're still connected to you in the only way that truly matters, through love that cannot die. And if you're wondering why this message found you now, it's because the sign they've been trying to send has been waiting for your spirit to be still enough to receive it. And this is your moment. They're closer now than they've ever been before. And if you listen with your heart instead of your ears, if you look with your soul instead of your eyes, you'll feel them, you'll hear them, and you'll begin to realize that loss is not the end. It's a different kind of beginning. They are not lost to you. They are living beside you in a dimension where time bends and love reigns. And they're asking you now to keep your heart open because the signs will multiply if you believe, and heaven itself will move to prove to you that the ones you love are never truly gone. And now, as the veil thins between earth and heaven in this exact moment you are listening, I need you to understand that this divine message did not find you by chance. Heaven has been orchestrating this encounter with precision beyond your comprehension, because the one you lost has been trying to reach you over and over again. But your grief, though sacred and valid, has created layers of spiritual noise that made their signals harder to detect. Until now, until this message, until this sacred pause where your heart is open enough, soft enough, vulnerable enough to hear what they've been whispering since the day they left their body. I never left you. You see, in the realm of spirit, love doesn't fade. It intensifies, it multiplies, and it surrounds those it left behind in waves of compassion so powerful that even the angels bow in reverence. Because only a soul who has been freed from flesh can see with perfect clarity the depth of love they once felt in human form. And when they realized just how deeply you loved them, how fiercely you prayed for them, how silently you grieved for them, they made a vow in the spirit realm to never stop walking with you. They see how you still carry their memory in the smallest things. The way you pause when you hear their name, the way you glance at the sky when something goes wrong, the way you hold back tears in public but break down alone in the dark. And every time you think of them, even for a second, you summon their presence because thought is the language of spirit and emotion is its fire. And your longing has ignited a divine signal flare that has reached their soul across eternity. They're not bound by distance or time or physicality anymore. They move in light. They exist in warmth. They echo through frequencies that bypass logic. And they've been showing up for you. Yes, those dreams where they felt so real you could smell them. Those strange encounters where someone said something that felt like a message meant just for you. That animal that appeared out of nowhere and stared into your eyes like it knew your pain. Those are not random. They are spiritual interruptions, sent by me, allowed by me, and driven by their desire to reassure you that you are not navigating this life alone. And child, I need you to stop dismissing the strange things that make your heart skip or bring tears to your eyes, because you've begged for signs and I've sent them, but you kept waiting for something louder when I've been speaking in whispers, waiting for something bigger when I've been moving through the tiniest, most intimate details. This is how heaven works. Not always with thunder, but often with gentle reminders. And today, I'm sending you one more. This very message is not just a video, not just words on a screen. It is a vessel for their voice, for my power, and for the love that never ended between you and the soul you lost. I watched as you sat in silence after their passing, trying to make sense of the absence. And I tell you now, there was nothing wrong with your tears. They were holy, they were noticed, and each one became a drop of light in the heavens, calling your loved one closer. And when you felt numb, when you shut yourself off from feeling anything because the pain was too great, even then, they hovered near, placing invisible hands on your shoulders, whispering into your dreams, guiding your decisions subtly so you wouldn't fall too far. You don't even know how many accidents they prevented, how many nights they stood over you as you slept, pleading to me for your protection, how many times they kissed your forehead in the spirit realm and said, "Please don't give up. they're stronger than they know. Because heaven doesn't forget the ones who love deeply, and my kingdom honors grief soaked in love. It doesn't ignore it, it rewards it. And today, I'm rewarding your loyalty, your ache, your faithfulness with this truth. The signs will only grow clearer from now on. If you're willing to pay attention, the next 24 hours will reveal something so specific, so direct, that you will not be able to deny their presence. It may come as a song, as a whisper, as a flickering light, as a familiar phrase from a stranger. But when it happens, your soul will know. And I want you to speak to them when it happens. Yes, speak out loud or in your heart because they can hear you and your voice pulls them near. They are not waiting in heaven idly. They are on assignment, interceding for your joy, your peace, your healing. They are part of the army of love I've dispatched to make sure you fulfill your purpose on earth. And even now, as you read or hear this, they're standing beside you. Maybe you can't feel them yet, but your soul does. That chill, that warmth, that sudden emotion, it's not random. It's them. And they're saying, I'm still here. I always was. And now that your heart is beginning to stir with the truth you tried to bury beneath your grief, I need you to stop running for what you feel and start walking toward what your soul already knows. Because the person you lost has not been silenced by death. They've only been redirected by heaven. And every beat of your heart is a signal they still respond to. Every breath you take is a reminder that their love still has a place to live on earth. And child, they are trying with all their might, in the realm of light, to get through to you not just for comfort, but because there is something you must do, something only you can complete, something tied to your shared journey. And heaven is making it very clear. This connection didn't end when their heartbeat stopped. It only changed form. And now their mission involves guiding you through the very pain that tried to destroy you, because they know that your strength is greater than your sorrow. And your purpose did not die with them. It grew. You have cried alone in rooms that no one entered. You have whispered their name into the silence and gotten no reply. But just because you didn't hear them doesn't mean they weren't there. Don't you remember those moments when your spirit felt strangely calm in the midst of your sadness? That sudden warmth in your chest, that strange breeze that kissed your cheek when there was no wind, the electric pull to look up at the sky for no reason. All of it was them, breaking through the barrier of worlds in ways that heaven allows when the heart on earth is desperate enough to listen. And now, my beloved, you must know this. They're not just a memory, not just a photograph in a drawer or a voice in your mind. They are alive in spirit, vibrant with love, surrounded by angels. And they are still choosing you daily, still sending you signs, still showing up in sacred echoes that seem small to the mind but are massive to the soul. That song you keep hearing, not random. That number that keeps appearing, not coincidence. That line someone said that pierced your heart like it came from another world. It did. I allowed it. They sent it. And they're waiting for you to finally believe what your spirit has been trying to tell you. That this love is not over. That this bond cannot be broken. That heaven itself smiles upon the kind of love that even death cannot end. But child, I need you to do something brave now. I need you to respond. Speak to them. Write to them. Light a candle. Share the story. Honor their name in a way that breaks the silence and unlocks the next phase of healing. Because when you move in faith, when you act like they are near, When you stop pretending you're alone, they get stronger, louder, clearer, and I can do more through you. Yes, I said, through you, because you're not just the one who lost someone, you're the one I've chosen to carry their memory into a future they now help create. Their story didn't end. You're the next chapter, and I will give you glimpses, visions, signs, and yes, even dreams are not dreams, but visitations. If only you will stop doubting that such things are possible. The veil is thin, and heaven is not far. Do not be fooled by the silence of the world around you. Heaven is loud right now, and they are calling your name, not to haunt you, but to hold you, not to bring sadness, but to spark resurrection, not to remind you of what was lost, but to point you to what remains. The love remains, the memories remain, the energy remains, and most importantly, their presence remains. And child, I want you to know this. You are not imagining the signs. You're not crazy. You are sensitive to the divine because I made you that way. That's not a flaw. It's a gift. You've always felt more deeply, seen more clearly, sensed more than others. And this is not a burden. It's a calling. You were chosen to be the one who still listens for the voice the world says can no longer speak, the one who still prays when others have given up, the one who still sees through the eyes of spirit when everyone else is blind to it. That's why they come to you. That's why they send you signs. Because you, beloved, are a spiritual receiver, and your grief is not a curse. It's a portal. And through it, they reach you. And now that you're here, now that your heart is cracked wide open and your spirit is soft enough to feel again, I'm telling you, prepare your soul. Because within the next 3 days, you will receive something undeniable. A message, a moment, a miracle, something so precise that even your doubts will bow. You will see something that reminds you of them in a way too exact to be random. And when it happens, say thank you. Say it out loud, even if your voice shakes. Because when you acknowledge it, you open the gate for more. And child, there is more, so much more. And now, dear soul, as you read these words with the weight of love and longing pressing softly against your chest, I want you to know something sacred, something I've been waiting to whisper into the deepest corners of your spirit. This person you lost, the one whose absence has shaped your days and haunted your nights, has not left you stranded in a world too heavy to walk through alone. They have only stepped slightly beyond your view, and in doing so, they have become something eternal, something more present than presence itself, a light woven into your breath, a frequency that hums in your atmosphere, a knowing in your bones that never really left, because heaven doesn't take what love has sealed, it only transforms it. And right now, as you sit in this moment of divine remembrance, they're closer than they've ever been. I allowed this message to find you not by accident, but by design, because they have been crying out to reach you in dreams, in symbols, in whispers, but your mind, cluttered by grief and logic, keeps blocking the miracles that have been sent again and again. And yet, because their love is stubborn like yours, they didn't give up. They begged me for another way to reach you. And this is it. This message is part of the sign. This is confirmation that what you've been sensing, those chills out of nowhere, those tears that come with no explanation, that feeling that someone is standing just over your shoulder when the room is empty, those are not signs of madness, child. They are signs of divine closeness. because you are spiritually alive and you're one of the few brave enough to still feel what most have forgotten how to touch, the supernatural. Yes, you are surrounded. Yes, they are watching. Yes, they're still praying for your strength, your joy, your future, and they've told me something you need to hear now. They're proud of you. Proud of the way you keep showing up. Proud of how you've held on. Proud of how you've carried their memory, even when your legs trembled under the weight of missing them. They see the moments you don't speak of, the days you feel alone, the days you smile for others but collapse inside, the nights when you look at their photo and beg heaven for one more moment. They see it all. And child, they're not disappointed. They're grateful. Grateful for your love. Grateful for your faith. Grateful that you never stopped believing they mattered. And because of that, I am releasing a blessing through your tears, one that will mark the next chapter of your life with something sacred, something that will make the pain of the past feel like the soil for the garden that is coming next. Because I never take without restoring. I never allow sorrow without preparing joy. I never let death speak the final word when I, your God, am the author of resurrection. And so, hear me now. In the coming days, you will see the sign you have been waiting for. You will know without question that it came from them. You will find something, a feather, a number, a light, a word in a stranger's voice that echoes so precisely the language of their soul that you will stop in your tracks and gasp. And when that happens, do not say this is weird. Do not brush it off. Say this: I see you. I hear you. Thank you. I love you. And you will feel it. The spiritual handshake across realms, the warm press of their energy surrounding you like arms that never stopped holding on. But I will go one step further. If you are still reading now, child, it means you are spiritually ready for something rare. So here is the secret heaven has been preparing for you. On the seventh day after receiving this message, if you respond with gratitude and faith, I will allow a dream, a clear one, unmistakable, where you will see them, hear them, and feel them again. Not a shadow, not a memory, but a moment designed by me, timed by heaven as a gift for your unwavering heart. This dream will not just be comfort, it will be instruction. Listen carefully. They will say something, show something, or guide you towards something that will become a breakthrough for your life on earth. It may be connected to your next step, a decision, a warning, or a calling, but it will be sacred. Do not ignore it. Write it down. Honor it, because it is not just from them. It is from me, through them, to you. This is not just about comfort. This is about destiny. I am aligning your heart with a higher path, a holy path. And your tears, yes, even your tears, are watering the very blessing that is about to bloom. So breathe now. Lift your head. Wipe your face. The one you lost is not gone. The one you lost is not finished. They are standing beside me, watching you, loving you, and ready to walk with you into a future that is still being written. The sign is coming. The dream is coming. The blessing is coming. And when it all arrives, remember this moment, because it began with a whisper from heaven that you are never alone and never will be.